Most beginners enter cybersecurity thinking hacking is about tools and tricks, but the truth is that tools only matter after your thinking is strong. If you are a complete beginner and cybersecurity feels overwhelming right now, that is normal, but the correct way to learn security is not fast, it is layered, and when learned in the right order, every phase naturally upgrades how you see systems, websites, and attacks, and this structure is what keeps the roadmap relevant even in an AI-driven field. Before moving forward, you must spend time on networking because cybersecurity lives on top of it, and skipping this step creates confusion later. Start by learning the OSI and TCP IP models so you understand how communication is layered. Then learn TCP and UDP to see how reliability and speed are handled. Make sure you understand IP addresses, MAC addresses, DNS, and DHCP because this is how devices find each other and talk without human involvement. Then learn how HTTP and HTTPS work, how ports and services expose functionality, and how sockets connect applications to the network. Do not rush this phase because once packet movement makes sense, every future security topic becomes easier to understand. Phase 2. Operating Systems and Internals. Start with Linux and learn the file system permissions, users, processes, and basic system behavior so you feel comfortable operating directly inside the environment. Then study Windows internals by understanding users, services, and the registry because many real-world systems rely on Windows and weaknesses often live there. Pay attention to process isolation, privilege boundaries, and basic escalation concepts because this is how control is gained or restricted inside a system. Do not skip logs and system monitoring because this is how actions leave traces and how defenders and attackers both understand what actually happened. Outcome. You understand how control is managed inside an operating system and why security lives there. Phase 3. Web Fundamentals. This phase focuses on understanding how the web actually works because most real-world security issues exist inside normal website behavior. Begin by learning how browsers function and how HTTP requests and responses carry data between the client and the server on every interaction. Then, understand cookies, sessions, and tokens because this is how websites remember users and decide who stays logged in and who does not. Study the difference between authentication and authorization so you know whether a system is checking identity or checking permission. Finish by learning REST APIs, JSON data flow, and browser security rules like the same origin policy and CORS because modern applications rely on APIs and trust boundaries matter. Outcome. You can clearly trace how a web request flows and where security decisions are made. Phase 4 focuses on understanding why web vulnerabilities exist because security flaws are created by logic mistakes, not by missing tools. Learn SQL injection to see how untrusted input reaches databases and changes intended behavior. Move to XSS across reflected, stored, and DOM types to understand how browsers execute injected content when trust is misplaced. Study CSRF, IDOR, broken access control, file upload flaws, and authentication and session weaknesses because these issues appear when systems assume users will behave correctly. You understand how and why web applications break at the logic level. Phase 5. Security Tools. This phase teaches you to use tools with purpose by treating them as extensions of your understanding rather than shortcuts. Start with Burp Suite to intercept requests and study application logic so you see how small changes affect server behavior. Learn Nmap to discover services and exposure so you understand what a system is actually offering to the network. Use SQL map carefully to observe how automated testing behaves and focus on reading output rather than trusting results blindly. Wireshark and core Linux utilities help you see traffic and behavior clearly, and this exact way of thinking is what I demonstrate in my video
How Hackers See a Website, where the same tools reveal far more than raw output. You use security tools to confirm understanding instead of replacing it.
Phase 6, Career and Specialization. This phase is where direction matters because cybersecurity is broad and progress comes from choosing one path and committing to it. Look at bug bounty, web application security, cloud security, SOC, and blue team roles, application security engineering, and red team work, and notice how each path uses the same core foundations in different ways. Choose one direction based on how you enjoy thinking. Depth in one area creates credibility and movement, while clarity prevents burnout. You move forward with purpose instead of exploring blindly. If you want to deepen this mindset further, watch my video, How Hackers See a Website, where normal pages reveal hidden behavior, and also Stop Using Bad Hacking Tools, which explains why the wrong tools slow learning instead of improving it, because in cybersecurity, clarity always matters more than noise.